Miami, Florida. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And he doesn't get very far on the return, just beyond the 5-yard line.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 34. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Staying on the ground with Benson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Close. Hey, Ace.
They'll run. It's Benson. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
Thrown right away. Tagovailoa. That's complete to Musgrave. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, get safe. Out.
Throwing now. Tagovailoa. Dulcich hauls it in. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Get safe. Right.
Here's Tagovailoa. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber of defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
They've got first down from the 31.
Big Ace open.
Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Able to get it to Benson.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Hits his running back. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Benson does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Working quickly here. Another try for Benson. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Third and goal for Benson. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. 3 straight runs, stopped short of the end zone. And now what do they do on 4th and goal? He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Cardi with the extra point. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, time out 2. Time out 2. Time out. Oh,
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's throwing deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Taron Johnson has it. And the Cardinals take over on his 5th interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They have second and pretty long here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Harrison. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Murray here on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Kyler throwing here. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And the Cardinal first down.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Dolphins nothing. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Motioning the tight end now.
Go, 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 go. Hey, Ace, Ace.
First and 10, Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
First down from the red zone. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Taken in by Harrison. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Benson scores. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals parlay the interception into points. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21.
Dolphins nothing. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Go ahead. Out.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 38-yard line.
From the 38. Into the hands of Dulcich. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains. Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
On third. He puts some power on a deep. Free, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill.
Because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. Now, stay to force that ball out.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Here's Tua again. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on fourth.
Hey. Fourth. That's one.
On first and 10, it's Murray. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Headed right through the middle of the field. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Working inside the red zone. Benson's got it. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top with the deep threat.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the air, Murray. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again.
Dolphins nothing. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Get set. Done.
Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
What?
Play action now, Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Looking for Keon Coleman that time. So they're left facing third and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Dolphins, about set to begin their drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Ready, set.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Hauled in by Musgrave. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cardinals grab it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Cardinals continue piling on to this lead.
Dolphins nothing. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Get set. Go ahead. Set.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. Dulcich hauls it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up second down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Tagovailoa again. Has him on the quick hitter. He'll have the first down and even more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up first and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. This throw is caught. And he's brought down after a short gain. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. Pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's not loose. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounced on it inside the 10. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining.
Coach. 2-2.
Murray from the pistol. He puts everything behind this one. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Come on. Hey.
Murray thrown again on second and 10. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
Murray on third down. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Cardinals out for the punt. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Fair catch made here at the 30. No return on that punt. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires.
Ready.
One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Cardinals do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41.
All right. Ready, set.
Now Tua to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game. I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those dropped.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
All right, come on.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. The give now to Benson. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Here he goes on the bootleg. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Big ace.
Now Murray on the play fake. Fires right away, but incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Turbo 3, kick. Out.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Cardinals take over as he ties the single-game record with 4 interceptions.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Green, green, green. 1-1. Hot. Big ace. 1-1.
From the gun, it's Murray. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Kyler looking to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
It'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Go ahead. Out.
They'll start the drive with Achane. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Quincy Williams has it. And the Cardinals capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
1st and 10, Murray. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's 2nd down.
What you got?
Pressure coming, it's Murray. Escapes the pocket. And all that pursuit pays off. They track him down and drop him well behind the line of scrimmage. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You want to talk about self-destruction and blowing up a great drive? In the red zone, 1 snap to staring at a borderline impossible down and distance the next.
Yeah.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. He lets a heater go deep. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Pass complete to Dulcich. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up second down.
Get set.
Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Ready, shot. Ready, shot.
Here's Tua again. He has the first over the middle. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins continuing to fight at least. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut into the lead by another point. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Whoa, what? 2, what?
That's Dotson with a catch out right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down. Man in motion out of the slot. Murray here on first down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Benson now from the gun. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution of plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play action now, Murray. He rolls to his right. Connection made to Coleman. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals tack on 7 more to their lead.
Dolphins 14. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Ready.
Tua looking to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Ready. 20, TX. Out.
2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins put at least a tiny dent into that lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Benson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Benson once more. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Cardinals football, and they can pretty well cruise the rest of the way. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now an inside give to Benson. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's Benson on the give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's Dotson on the catch. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Benson on 1st and 10. Has a lane inside the 25. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Cardi with the extra point. And the Cardinals continue adding on to that lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. He goes back to him yet again, complete. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa now. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
It's now 4th down.
Ready.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. He connects downfield on 4th. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So 2nd down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Here's Tagovailoa again. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, get set. Ready, set.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Man in motion here. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Tua now from the gun. And in for the Miami touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins take 7 points off the deficit. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return starts at the 9. This return makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Benson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. The run here with Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Cardinals nearing their 9th win of the season. The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. They put a receiver in motion here left. Turning to Benson on 3rd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
So no return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
To throw, Tagovailoa. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now Tua to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Yeah, ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that's the record! His 5th interception of this ball game. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Cardinals get the football back as he sets a new record with his 5th interception in this game.
Kate, we have watched hundreds of games, and we have called so many of them together, and we have never seen this. Frankly, no one in NFL history has ever seen this. We are witnessing what may be one of the greatest single individual defensive efforts we've ever seen in this league's history.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. A give left side to Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And here's a timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided. All right, one more snap to play here.
Buzz. 2.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with a West Coast trip, they played their game. They're taking this victory back.